Jared Leto's Joker fucking sucks. He's nobody's favorite Joker. He was bad in the little screen time we had with him in Suicide Squad, though a lot of that could be explained by the fact that we didn't get to see a lot of what he was meant to do. Hashtag release the air cut. So, Zack Snyder decided to throw in a little fan service and slap on a sort of out of place scene at the end of the Snyder cut. Now, the purpose of this scene is because Ben Affleck's Batman and Jared Leto's Joker have never properly interacted on screen, so this was their first proper on screen conversation in a nightmare. Now, I've seen a lot of people say that this one scene redeemed Jared Leto's Joker, but I'm still not convinced. I really think that the thing that carries this scene is just the fact that Batman and Joker are talking. So, because of this, I feel that people were able to be a bit more accepting towards this version of Joker because he was playing off of this version of Batman, and for the first time, like I said, of course. When you break this scene down, there's a lot to like and a lot to still dislike, in my opinion. Joker teasing Batman about Robin, and most of the lines that he said are pretty good, say for the one about him jerking off Batman.
Who's gonna give you a reach around?
But still, his line delivery leaves you wanting more, as he sounds like a mix of the two good Jokers and Jim Carrey, not to mention his lackluster laugh. Zack Snyder's spin on this Joker works for the most part in conjunction with this Batman. I like that he knows Batman's real name and the implications that some of his lines have for the future, but you can definitely tell that Zack played a hand with this Joker, especially with the reach around line, as opposed to whoever is responsible for this shit in Suicide Squad.
I'm an idea.
Hashtag release the air cut. So I think it's safe to say that if you dislike the way this Joker is directed, it's still really not Jared's creative decisions that are holding him back. Of course, not to say that the directors are holding him back. Besides, the laugh still needs work. I don't know about you, but I still feel like after this one decent scene, it's not enough to prove that he is a good and or great Joker. But I still feel like he has the potential to be, especially after this deleted scene that was released the other day. In this deleted scene, the conversation with Batman and Joker ends differently, where instead of Joker going into a mini panic attack after hearing Harley Quinn's name, he taunts Batman about who suffered more when they died. Robin or Harley, even implying that he might have killed Harley himself, which would be a twisted and fitting end for these characters in this universe. He also uses the infamous "we live in a society" line, which I really like. Apparently, Jared Leto improvised this line, so I'm curious to why Zack chose a different take as opposed to the one that was in the trailers and the one that people went crazy for, and most importantly, the one that Jared Leto came up with, sort of. I think it's also important to note that if this deleted scene was improvised, it just goes to show that he could have been a good Joker, maybe in a Batfleck solo film, but for now we have a handful of random and deleted scenes that range from good to bad. But yeah, I still think that Jared Leto is the worst Joker so far out of the modern Jokers. Maybe I'd have him tied with Gotham's Joker. I still haven't watched the whole show, but people seem to love that Joker, so I don't know. But there's no way he can even compare to these two legends. Looks wise, maybe, sometimes, but performance wise, he's just not up there. I don't mean to sound like I'm hating on him, but he's just not a great Joker in my opinion. I still would have loved to see how his story would have originally played out, and I'm glad that Zack Snyder gave him another chance, but I still don't think he redeemed himself. Redemption would be changing my mind, and in my opinion, he's still the worst Joker. But yeah, motherfuckers, that's all for this video. Be sure to leave a comment about what you thought of this video and Jared Leto's performance in these scenes. Also, if you haven't seen the deleted scene, it'll be linked below. Be sure to like and subscribe for more of my bullshit if you want. And yeah, we live in a society where you can hit me up for a reach around.
Honka honka!